So after configuring your farm settings, the next window you'll be brought at will look like this. Here you have your user profile where you can click and edit and change your settings, and also you have your farm settings where you can click on edit and change your settings. The next place we go into is settings, where we have flock types, feed types, medication and vaccines, income categories, and expense categories. So the first thing Jeremy will have to start with is flock types. If you remember well, we set up the structure for Jeremy's farm where he has broilers, curoilers, and we split the curoilers into different numbers of birds at different ages and at different housing. So Smartbird creates for you a few breeds of chicken, so you can go through the list and check if yours is in the list. You can search the list. You can see we have curoiler, different purpose, eggs and meat. Jeremy just told us that he has broilers, so for this case we can assume his broilers are Cornish cross, but no, let's just add a new category or a new breed of broiler. So we can so for the type we put in chicken. If you're doing ducks, geese, turkey, or any other poultry, you put it under type. Then the breed or strain, we can put is broilers. We can say let's assume he gets them from Isinya broilers, which the breed name, the commercial breed name is actually Cobb 500 if I'm not wrong. So you can put that. Then the purpose, this is the reason for raising these birds. For broilers, obviously it will be meat. Then we hit save. So with that, we already have curoiler in the breed list, and we already have Cobb 500 from Isinya broilers for meat. So for that setting, we are done. Under feed types, you set up the different feed that you're giving your chicken, and the cost per kilogram, and the brand. By default, we already have this set up for you, but you can either edit it or you can add new. The cost per kg will enable Smartbird to generate for you reports on how much it's costing you to feed your chicken. You can change the cost per kg at any time the food prices or the feed prices go up or come down. For now, we leave it the way it is, or let's add one new. We can say the feed name is broiler starter, and let's say it's 15 shillings per kg, and let's say the brand is Fugo. Then we save. So we are done with the feed types for our settings. Remember, you can change this at any time. The system will be smart enough to know that you've changed, so it will not update past records, but for future records it will use a new pricing. Then you have medication and vaccine. So you can set up your vaccine and medication list. This also includes supplements like vitamins. So you can again edit, or you can add new. So for this one, we'll leave it the way it is. I think it's good as it is. Then you can check income category. So you already have some set up for you, but you can add new ones, or you can edit what's existing. Then we have expense categories. The same, we've set up some for you. You can add new ones, or you can edit what's already there. So there we are done. We are done with the settings. So the next part after doing settings is to get our flock into the system. So if you remember Jeremy's farm, we have broilers, broilers 100 birds in COP 4. So we'll come enter that record, add new. So for broilers, let's assume they have just come in. Let's say they are one day old. But you can enter them at any age, as we'll see with these other birds. But let's deal with the broilers first. So the dating, let's assume Jeremy brought them yesterday. Then the expected retirement date, that will be around, the retirement date is the date you plan to sell your flock. So that will be 5 weeks from now. So let's 1, 2, 3. Let's put it at 18th will be 4 weeks of March, so 25th of March. Then here is where you get the flock type. This list picks from your settings. So for Jeremy, we're entering broilers. Let's see where, yeah, this one we put in. We select that. Then where did you get your chicks from? So you can most broilers are usually gotten from the hatchery or breeder. So let's do hatchery for now. So we said broilers are in coop number 4. The initial stock is 100. We leave the current stock blank, and age in days is 1. Or because we set the date as yesterday, so by today they are ready at 2 days old. Then you can enter any notes about the birds. If any died on the way, if there are any special notes that you'd like to remember, you can enter them here. Then you enter the active, if the flock is retired or active. Retired means it's out of your farm, you've either sold it or culled it. So for this case it's active. Expense record, if you choose this, it will enter an expense record into your expenses and the purchase of flock. So for here we'll enter 100 shillings per bird. Then we'll save. So for that, it will give you a confirmation record that it's entered that flock into the system. this is it. So it gives you the opportunity to, or the chance to edit. You can edit your flock at any time. If there are mistakes made, it's not advisable to change these dates, but if you have to, you have to. There's nothing you can do about it. Sometimes you make a mistake and you have to change a record. So from there, we'll quickly add the other flocks. There's a Corolla 150 bird, 1 month old. So we'll enter the date they came in was 18th of Jan. Is 18th there. The expected retirement date is 4 months from 18th of Jan. So that will be April 18th. Then the flock type is broiler for meat. Where is it? Broiler for meat. And sources from the hatchery. Then we say this one is in coop number 1. Then the initial stock is 150 birds. Then the age, current age now is 1 month. Then if there are any special notes, again, if you want to enter an expense record, for this one, let's not enter the expense record automatically. You can enter it again by clicking on expenses later. Then from there, we add the next flock, which is 100 birds that are 3 months old in coop 2. So 3 months from now would be December 18th, if I'm not wrong. Expected retirement date is 1 month from now because they are 3 months old. Then the flock type is Corolla for meat. The source is a hatchery. They're in coop number 2. Coop 2, the initial stock was 100 birds. Current stock, we leave it blank. Then the age, we put the age in days. So for 3 months, we say around 90 days. Then any special notes, expense records, we'll do it as no. Then we save. Then from there we add the last one, which is this one, coop number 3, 4 months old. They are ready for sale. So they came in with the 4 months on November 18th. Is it? Yeah. Say November 18th. Expected retirement date is today. The flock type again is Corolla for meat. Then the source is a hatchery. I think coop number 3. Then the initial stock is 100 birds. Then the age right now is 120 days. Then let's not enter an expense record. Let's not retire them because you haven't sold them. We'll go into stock control for your birds later when you're doing the income and expenses. Smartbird automatically deducts the birds as you sell them, the numbers, and once they reach 0, it retires the flock automatically. So we'll save that record.